Did it work? Is it working? Hello everyone, welcome, Draculesti. This game was announced at PAX, wherever the fuck it was, west or east, could be south, north. I don't know, but it popped up on Steam and it kind of got interesting because it said psychological horror, and I like both of those things. It's only a demo, so it is a work in progress. Visuals and sound are not reflective of the final product, but this game kind of gives me ambiance of the letter. And if you did watch my previous episodes of the letter, when I kind of stopped it dead, unfortunately, definitely finished it. Yeah, just an update. But yeah, it gives me ambience of the letter, and I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. No idea what this is about, but it's the same kind of playstyle. Would you like a brief tutorial? Sure. Times of a say in Renfield's fate. Choices in I thought that said Italy. Italia. Renfield's options are affected by his boldness. Choices with a lion will raise his boldness. Well, hold on. What was that? Flexibility? Oh, okay. Choices marked with a key have been unlocked based on Renfield's previous actions or his boldness. Within the demo, there are no premature or bad endings. In the full release, however, Renfield will be able to meet a variety of terrible fates. Oh shit. You just know if I get this game, he is going to accidentally die right away. Is there voice actors? Oh, this background music just full on resembles the letter for me. Yep, this is exactly the letter. No voice actors. I, Roger M. Renfield, have been sent by the Hawk. Yep. To the castle's master, Prince Dracula. Oh, so he's actually Dracula. But Dracula has been hospitable, his domain is less so. Ghosts haunt the halls of this oversized tomb, alongside other unnameable creatures, men made of smoke and ash. My host swears they're nothing but bad dreams. And yes, it's true. I have a history of waking nightmares. I lost a good years in sanitarium. What's that? Sanitarium. Is that like a mental health ward? Is a historic name for a specialized hospital for the treatment of specific diseases, related ailments, and convalescence. Sanatoriums are often in a healthy climate. Yeah, okay, it's insane asylum. Okay. Maybe a polite insult. What's wrong with this guy's neck? But since when do nightmares leave handprints? No amount of charm and hard liquor can fully convince me monsters aren't there. The more Dracula plies me with them, the less I trust him. Who can I rely on in this terrible place? God, dude! God, dude! Our nightcap knocks me out till sunset the following day. I'm total disgrace and I feel like shit. Someone's come through and left documents on the desk. Can I do auto somehow? Okay. Or at least there'll be distraction from everything that happened to me last night. Malconduct included. Auto's too slow. Alongside the documents is a breakfast tray. Scrambled eggs, bacon, grilled tomato, and hash browns. It's good breakfast. Most of it looks delicious. Can't say I want the bacon, but in these parts, it's best to eat it and avoid any undue attention. Besides, the plate of freshly cut Beside the plate, a freshly cut rose is being used as a paperweight, keeping a delicate piece of stationery in place. I move the rose aside and look at the message. Master Renfield, I apologize for the services last night. Do not feel guilty for being distressed by the condition of our home. It makes terrible noises that stoke worse ideas. If you'd like a tamer evening, they'll be tea in the parlor where we were yesterday. I've invited the brides for a proper introduction. Theodora is eager to hear about her new home. Present yourself at the parlor between 7 and 8, if you have any interest. Otherwise, best of luck with your work. Prince Dracula. As I eat breakfast, I consider my next move. Whatever I do now will set the tone for our relationship from here on out. Should I try to patch things over, or let the wound fester? Furthermore, there's that forbidden haunted bathroom. My bathroom. Close to the tower, anyway. Best to confront new fears as soon as possible. I can't spend this whole trip afraid of a sink. If I don't attend to... Shit. Hold on. I ought to confirm the ghost was nothing but a trick of faulty lights. Besides, I never did get to shave last night. Will that be, Renfield? I heard your master's call. We'll brave your creepy toilet. Oh! The beginning did say decisions matter, but kind of interested in Bathroom Ghost. Whatever actually happened last night. Whether or not he knows more than he lets on, I'm not comfortable with how Dracula pretended not to notice the marks on my neck. Best to keep some distance. Staying functional means staying clean. Let's look at that sink. Oh, ambiance. Toiletry bag in hand, I return downstairs for round 2. I'll clean the mirror. If there's nothing there, then I'll shave. It'll be fine. Bathroom is identical to the night before. Oh boy, this is just fucking... This is a recipe for a jump scare. Anyone else's fucking hair just standing? Bathroom is identical to the night before. Steam's dispersed, but the mirror's clouded with dust. Sure enough, when I wipe the largest section, there's nothing but me inside. Me, sorry, stoppily face? Time to fix that. I refill the sink, carefully retrieve the razor from the jumble and set it up shaving. I'm less precise than usual. Still terrified there'll be suddenly some... Bro, I can't speak! I'm so scared! Oh, I'm terrified. I just don't want something to jump in. It's coming. I can feel it. Feel it creeping, I can see it in my shadow. Or worse, a bodiless voice filling our room. The third stroke wobbles. The fourth stroke, I slip harmlessly. The fifth stroke cuts through. Oh! I lose hold of the razor. Clangs on the floor, man, I shoot. Since the room is nominally out of order, there aren't any towels and I forgot mine. What about the blood? There's a lot of it. Clamp my hand to the wound and swallow are prolific. It seeps between my fingers and drips on my collar. Gotta wash it clean. The music stopped. Ducking toward the sink, I scoop both hands through the water, splashing on me. When I stand up again, the mirror is brighter. A faint glow emanates through the room. Before I can react, there are hands on my... My, what a nasty cut. I've had auditory hallucinations and visual hallucinations, but never anything tactile. Here, let me help. Releasing my right shoulder, they move their hand to my jaw. Then they lean over, and while I'm too stunned to react, press the mouth to the wound. It's almost a kiss. Finally, they withdraw. The reflection clarifies in the mirror. A beautiful young man. When our eyes meet amidst the cracks, he let himself breathe. Saliva to help it heal. I breathe too. Ow. He looks in the mirror, and his face twinges. Oh boy. It's impossible to tell whether he's focused on my reflection or his own. Hard to know where to go next. Eventually, I find some composure and say, "Where did you come from? Where did you go?" Appearing from nowhere is a popular pastime. I try to turn to face him directly, but he catches my shoulders again and keeps me looking in the mirror. We're not finished, are we? I interrupted you last night and again now. If I could please have the razor, try mine. Before I can react, he slides his grip down my arm and takes a hold of my wrist and guides my hand to the mirror. Open your fingers. Oh, fuck. I'm about to take a piece of glass and start fucking... fuck it. Do it. I splay them out and expose my bloody palm. He rushes me forward to press it. In the center of the cracks, the tiny, powdery bits of glass prickle against my skin. It's uncomfortable. Slowly, a red glow spreads out from the center along each line to the ends as the glass is bleeding too. Then, like a cut healing at umpteen, the crash closed. The mirror was a single perfect pane. He lets go of my hand and I lower it to grasp the edge of the sink. A tiny latch is now visible at the edge of the mirror. He clicks it open and swings the surface out, revealing an indented cabinet space behind. There are 3 items on the middle shelf. A string lead... Just gonna take a break. Because I can't even pronounce strangely. A strangely curved comb. A strangely curved comb. A strangely curved comb. A strangely curved comb. A strangely... A bulky off-white hairpin, not the brand, and a folding razor with an oversized grip. Just having a safety razor against my face can be unnerving. But is he really going to be using this instead? He takes it from the shelf. Yes, he is. As he unfolds it, closes the cabinet. When we're done, don't forget to take those too. I'm not sure I need you to. As he brings the razor close and tilts it around my peripheral vision, I notice the grip. He has a serrated edge. I'm losing English. I cannot speak anymore. It's only been 10 minutes and 7 seconds. The grip has a serrated edge, 7 sharp points of varying size and shape. On a grip of dull ivory, he touches it to my skin. I realize what it is. What is it? I say nothing. With a total grace, he slides a blade over my cheek. Now I can't say anything. What would I say if I could speak? His practiced hands make short work of the task. This man has done this for many hours as a barber. When he's done, he folds the blade and presses it into my bloody palm. Don't forget the other pieces. What? Maybe next time we could play a game. Chess or perhaps billiards. Wait! Yes, let's do billiards. I whip around. He's not there. It's like he was never there. The razor still in my hand. 7 sharp points along the razor grip. Whereas the blade... Top the bony body of the hairpin. 9 loose teeth have been strung together to look like flowers split into... Holy shit. Okay. I thought that was a jump scare. The lower half of someone's jaw rests in my hands. Okay. After that strange encounter, I desperately need normalcy. Retreating to my bedroom, I slam the next section of the documents on the table and bury my head in the driest details of an offer. I calculate sales taxes, cross-reference details about extension permits, I note depths about water lines. Anything to stop me thinking about a piece of human jawbone I stuffed at the bottom of my suitcase. I absolutely will not think about it. I will think about condition reports instead. Drop my pen and open my suitcase. Digging through it, I find the pieces of a jawbone. Someone has engraved a razor piece with a floral motif. The teeth have been plucked from the grip of the comb, looped into makeshift daisies to decorate the top of the hairpin. The more I look at it, the more disgusted I become. It's not right. Desecrating someone's body parts like this, I've got to dismantle them. There aren't any scissors or pliers or pry tools in my bag. But I bet I can find them. Probably in the nightstand. If this is a vampire, he probably has a bunch of shit in the nightstand. Matches, candles, a torch. Even a set of pliers and a box of odds ends. Yeah, there we go. Talking board. What? A worn planchette. On brass casters sits upturned at the top. Instead of the Latin alphabet, there are 72 unfamiliar symbols on the board. Phony, crude, mass-market spiritualism, but the beliefs of others can be thread of their own. It's a creepy discovery regardless of whether it has any power. Luckily, it's just earlier while holding the data together to guide each week. Whatever securing the blade and comb to the jawbone grips have gone well. Those parts are part fine. Once I've wiped the edges, the loose pieces jitter across the floor in front of me, trembling autonomously over the boards. Like there's a weak magnetism between them, teeth rolling toward jaw pieces sharp toward each other. Teeth rattle in their sockets, the side twist and flip until the front section does hiss like a soul being quenched as they fuse back together. It's a complete lower jaw now. I have a million questions about why there's a disembodied jaw hidden in the bathroom. And almost as many as about the belongings. What happened to the former occupants? It all leads back to one man. What if he's still in the parlor? Oh, full screen. Oh, Master Redfield, I was just about to dance tonight. Did you receive my note? I don't know what voice to use from. What voice would you use for Dracula? It's definitely not that voice. That kind of sounds like fucking... I'm the Muffin Man. Have you seen the Muffin Man? Here to work, because I chose to work. But in the end... you made it end in the wonderful. That wasn't it. Obviously, we're well past tea time, but perhaps some brandy, a cigar. Not a smoker and a drink would help a lot, but the billiard table has caught my eye. The man in the bathroom mentioned liking billiards. I've never played. It's a good opportunity to learn. How about... It's noise at the door. Got the smokes. Ooh. Personally, I'm keen for a cigar. Come in. The stylish woman from last night enters. Well-heeled and well-dressed as any shopper I see along. Damn, Daniel, all dolled up, only she has nowhere to go. When she scowls at me, I feel like I'm back in secondary school. She presses the cigar box into Dracula's hand, but before she separates from him, she takes out one and lights it for herself. She blows the smoke in my face. I open my mouth and eat it. Sorry, that wasn't the line. We never got the proper introduction. That's your own fault. Master Renfield, this is Cesara, one of my brides. Cesara. Says it's fine. As the lady of the house, you're owed a certain amount of respect from the help. Am I now? You're my bride. Yeah, your middle bride. You're not gonna be polite, go somewhere else. Okay. She pushes past the door, trailing smoke. As she reaches the flame, she leans an arm on it and then turns back to look at me. Hope last night didn't scare you too much. With a toss of her hair and a flick of ash, she leaves the room. Her attitude is an acquired taste. If he says so. A cigar, Master Renfield. Nah, I'm good. What can I offer then? Ooh, I could go for some brandy, but I am interested in what the fuck that ghost is telling me about. So let's play billiards. Excellent idea. What rules? I haven't played enough to know the difference. We'll play 8-ball then. We do our shots to find out who's playing first. Unsurprisingly, he gets it. Why come down after avoiding me all night? I wasn't avoiding you. Like I said, I was working. Work is an excellent way to avoid someone. I hope you had fun working. He breaks. It's a good shot. How's it going then? On track? Got everything you need? Oh yes, plenty. I take some shots. He takes some shots. He's better than me. I appreciate the refresher of the rules though. About my room. Is that your stuff in the drawers? That's our lost and found. Last visitors. Occultists. He glares as he pockets another ball. I smile blithely and manage to pocket two. Be careful around the castle. I'm always careful. Oh, you know. Pocketing his last ball, he wins the game. Damn it. Thank you for the entertainment. And thank you for the advice. Good night, Prince Dracula. Good night, Master Renfield. Chris Renfield. I take the cue up from him and stand with it for a moment, sizing him up. Don't know why I read it like that. Then I put both of them in the rack and exit. It's good to get some practice and a better sense of the situation. Why doesn't he want to talk about the past guests in the tower? What happened to them? To him, I don't doubt for a second Dracula's warning is genuine. I have to be careful if I don't want to be dissembling these parts. Settling on the blankets to stare up at the canopy, there's a constant draft in the tower. The chiffon curtains drift in and out from the bed, breathe into the air currents. Weak, unceasing motion, like pale sheets of snow? Are they in Canada? There are no curtains in the bathroom. For anyone to see anything, both parties would have to stand in precise locations, one on the neighboring rooftop against the window, which meant the landlord never saw any need to add any. Nevertheless, it's discomforting. Discomforting? Isn't it discomforting? Come on, I know it's beta, but get it together. To look in and out, and I actually don't know if that's a word. It could be a fucking word, discomforting. Let me see. Oh, it is. It's just another word for discomfort. Okay. Sure. Snow falls over. Oh, we're in Berlin. Should I use a German accent? Typical February weather. I'm starting to sound like Arnold, no. But it's late and the radio babbles from the hall as I lay in my bath. The signal's steady for the moment. From where I see him lying, I see the hazy mid-skyline. Snow comes down, boilers vent up, everyone struggles to stay warm. Surrounded by hot water and bubbles, I breathe slowly and appreciate being home. Tomorrow I'll be in Romania. Berlin hasn't been totally hospitable to me. Last year's election, any sensible person would be terrified. But there's not a nation in Europe that treat me, in all facets, as I wish to be treated. Nowhere's good. Just better or worse. Which will Romania be? I sweep the water over my chest, tracing half-hearted scars, and try to forget the world outside. Home is these walls. Central steam heating, greased glass, ceramic titles, a porcelain sink, fog, windows. Long, narrow corridors, a fridge and a stove, and some parquet floors, tight rooms, electric lamps, safe haven of a made man. That was a fucking very descriptive. I am a made man. I have made it to safety. Tomorrow, I'll leave my building, survive another week, and make it home, but... What was that? Oh, I thought there was like a fucking jump scare. Now the view is almost all white. Record snowball, and surprisingly, the red signal. Whoa. Bass gentle static, and the broadcast stops. I don't like Ambience. Water's cooling. It's the BBC! They're playing Dua Lipa. Between the drifts, there's a burst of blue light. Meteor shower? Wish for a clean night. What I'd like to see. Is it visible from the outside? Apologies for the interruption. We'll be now zooming out. That was not German. That was highly offensive, I think, to everyone. We will... I can't even do it anymore. Guten Tag. We'll now be resuming our regular broadcast. Stay right where you are and settle in for a glass of blizzard met Mephisto Walker. Outside is a perfect pale void. The radio's returned a piano piece that buzzes along at an annoying frequency. It's meant to be jazz hour. How to reconnect? Bass gone cold. If I get out, I can turn the radio off. I try to stand. Whoa. In fact, weren't they high waist before? How did they reach my chest? I can't lift my arms either. I lie limp to the heavy water, unable to move. I'm not drowning here. They can't find me like this. Imagine the headlines. I don't want to imagine the headlines. Stevens and Gifford. Whoa. There's no splash. No wet handprint or in the porcelain. No damp soul in the bath mat. Holy fuck. A red shape lies amidst the bubbles and water. Its lower jaw has been torn off. Its eyes are gone. Below the waterline, I catch a glimpse of an empty chest and incomplete arms, with its short black hair and narrow waist. That's me, ain't it? And I'm... Radio plays static. I steep through the halls. I step through the halls. Silence it. Too tall, too dry, too dignified. Holy fuck, this music. It's fucking creepy. I am a pearl in the world as my oyster, bitch. There's no hallway, no radio, white noise and darkness. A breeze comes through. The darkness bronzes as my borrowed eyes adjust the night shade, and all I can see is the night and the forest around me. Great wing beats over the huts, the past super red slash! Larger objects fall on its wake. Antique pages, torn edges. I catch one, slips by my face. Ooh, the lion. And I don't know what that is. Consommé. Never heard that word before, don't know what that is. When I lower the page, the scene has changed. A throne room meets a style with an upholstered couch. Sat on the throne is a translucent figure leans closer to look at me. We regard each other. Slowly, the figure extends an arm. They roll the wrist and gesture me to exit. I shy toward the door. If the Sultan wills it. Holy shit. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. There's going to be a huge jump scare. I just know it, and I'm going to shit my pants. On the other side, there's a plain chamber from an entirely different country area reigned. Opposite the throne room is heavy metal doors secured with bars, deadbolted, and a massive lock. Through the narrow slit on the door, I see sunlight. Something shifts in plain sight behind the slit. Holy shit. Fingers. A series of charred fingers stick through. Please, help. The occupant drags their face to the bars. Amidst the melted flesh is a pair of sharp green eyes. No one wants me here. How do I escape? Where is home? Good, no jump scare. Fleeing along the stone corridor, I make it back outside into a courtyard, snowing. Meteoric lights flash in the sky, thrown from the atmosphere, to land in the mountains beyond. The gates are open. I run for the hills. There's no hills. Amidst the peaks, the perfect pale void, stumbling through the banks, drift, focus on the dim aura ahead, the blue glow behind the white, the snow deepens, knees, hips, waist, chest. I am consumed by the cold. A hand reaches for mine. It pulls me from the snow. I'm carried half conscious to the edge of a look. The edge of a large box dropped me unceremoniously into a frigid concrete bath. While I sputter and shiver and shake, a grate slides across the top, trapping me inside. What is this thing? My rescuer shatters the box and pierces the grate. Leaving so soon? Ah, it's Dracula. What up, Dracky? No? Good. Abandonment is the cruelest kind of treachery. Reaching out of sight, he takes hold of something. Why not stay forever? Bright silver knife. We have forever, don't we? Smiley Wares doesn't reach his eyes. The knife lingers in the space between us when we move. Get up! The world ends. The morning, relative morning, the wrong 6 o'clock, I'm woken by the sound of traffic. Staggering to the window, I see a convoy of horses, rider, carts, and carriage. Towers angled over a ravine, but peering to the side, some of the pass is visible. Another delicious breakfast. Today it's kind of frittata with tomato relish. Whatever happens on this trip, at least I'll have a good final meal. Sit down to eat and resolved. Visit the courtyard after. Several dozen people are here at the edge of the courtyard. I see some of them opening stables and feeding their horses. People are muttering, gossiping, conspiring all around. In all sorts of languages: Hungarian, Russian, Greek, Turkish, German. The short bride, Teodora, converses with a woman in Romanian. High above the battlements, the ragged bride, Ileana, watches like a gargoyle. There's no sign of Dracula or says. Excited to meet new, less hostile people, I cross the courtyard to join Teodora's conversation. Good evening. Good evening. What time are they going to bed? I thought he just woke up. Both fall silent as they turn to face me. Theodora considers her words carefully. Good evening, Master Renfield. Buna, the Englishman? The Englishman. My reputation precedes me. What brings you and yours to the castle? Castiel. We meet. We trade. Many like to trade with the prince or his princesses. She flashed a long yank into Theodora. She anxiously tries to ignore her. Oh, is that a woman? Both have some countrymen here. Why not talk to them? From England? Paying closer attention to the medley of languages, I hear a Cornish accent in the flashiest call. Shit, it's all quiet. You'd be soon to help. I don't fucking know what Cornish is. Man comforting someone hidden in the back seat. As I approach, he rapidly evaluates my clothes. See, the Lord said to concierge. Huh? Sorry, just a lawyer. A lawyer? Selling Dracula at a property. It ain't. Shh, shh, shh. Girl in the late teens jolts straight in the seat. She's emancipated. Nope. She's emaciated and covered in sweat. Hair a mess over her face. Not long, not long, not long. A trio of nearby visitors shuffle uncomfortably at the girl's crying. I'm uncomfortable too. I don't want to ask anything inane, like is she okay? Obviously not, but I don't know how to help her either. Not acknowledging her seems the worst of all. You're here to visit Prince Dracula, miss? She whines, neither affirmative nor negative. Do you think he could save a... Is that his grift, then? Faith healing. The Rasputin routine. It's all a rip-off as far as I'm concerned. Who? Oh. Oh, I wonder. I'm assuming if we give him this lady, she either becomes a new bride, and the other chick dies, or vice versa. You know what? There's something special about him. That's how eccentric he is. It's a tactful lie, though. Oh, thank heavens! Or her screaming can scare everyone in the courtyard. A new figure arrives. Says. The crowd falls silent. She draws a small clear bottle from the pocket of her coat. For her pain. He turns to his sister, uncorks the bottle, tips the contents in her mouth. Like a child, she panics, almost spits it out, swallows with a sour expression. Within a moment, she relaxes. Her eyes flutter closed. She lies across the back seat of the car, breathing slowly. Says relax too. You're here to meet the prince? Yes, sir, you. Come inside. We'll find somewhere for her to rest and get him a meal. Too kind, too kind. It'd be cruel not to offer. Says doesn't move. She regards Theodora coldly. Theodora is unflinching, though, as the supplier she's talking to becomes anxious. Then says, shoots a look at me. Sup, babe? Oh. Courtyard remains quiet. Not for long. Theodora and her supplier move alongside beside me. Have you seen her smile? No. Should I have? 20 years. Not a smile. Everyone's afraid of her. Now, Nico, she's just troubled. Trouble? Yes, she is troubled. She troubled you yet, Englishman? I draw a sharp breath. I don't have any complaints about her. She's a baddie. The Tate got him. Andrew Tate. We are in... No, we're not. We're not near Hungary. Hungary. Holy shit. Oh, I'm just moving on. What? Nico? That's what he likes. I don't know what Tate are. Figure it out your meaning. Never had the slightest interest in... She doesn't need to know that. Just some respect. Respect. Psh, appreciation is what a lady needs. Dracula doesn't appreciate them. He's a good husband. Oh, this is a dude. Okay, I thought it was a sister. I definitely misread it before then. To rogue Theodora. Theodora avoids searching her gaze. Master Renfield, you have work to do. Go do your work. Excuse me? Proceed inside. Return to your tower. Don't use a bag or incense. For your own sake, ignore your curiosity tonight too. Her iron bowl bends for a moment. There's a glimpse of concern behind it. Okay. Godspeed. Keep your head, Englishman. I go inside. I then get violently murdered. Before I can make it further, I'm intercepted by a man himself. Quite the crowd today. Not going to greet them yourself? Bride, take care of it. They certainly do. Back to work. Yep. Nice to see visitors, but they got their jobs and I've got mine. Later tonight. Entertain some of the guests in the Great Hall and get rowdy. The tower should be far enough away that it doesn't bother you, but ignore the commotion? Of course. You'll be brought your dinner like usual. Have a pleasant evening, Master Renfield. And yourself, Prince Dracula. He sweeps off along one of the many unmapped floors. I'd like to take her on a tour around the house before I return upstairs. I've got a lot done yesterday avoiding the family, so there's not much time and pressure. Avoiding the family meant I saw barely any of the house. There's time for a couple of tasks. Now where to start? Huh. You can only choose two. Let's look for the Englishman. The halls are quiet except for the usual creaks. At last, I passed a room with someone inside. I'd expect it to be the girl and brother, but it's just the girl. She's up cold in the bed. Someone tucked her in and given her a wet cloth or feather. Where's your brother, though? Pass in the kitchen and hear Dracula's voice. Frustrating that it's short-dated. We took the we can get, and it supplies. Hello again, Master Renfield. I thought you were going to your room. Had a chance to relax yet? Nico, was it? Shieldwork flinches his. Nicoletta. It is a chick! Miss Popescu to you. My apologies, Miss Popescu. Do you want anything particular from the kitchen? No, I was just looking for the Englishman. I thought you might know where he went. They looked at each other. Enjoy the prince's hospitality. Yes, he's being entertained by the brides. All of them. I mean to say. I'm not sure which. Your brides. Miss Popescu's lips narrow. Is there a problem? Nope, I'll leave you both to it. Get out. Get out! She doesn't mean that. She meant that. Haha, some comedy. And so, I make my exit. Short dates are such a nuisance. Now we have no choice but to use a cut tonight and the other later. Ooh. What was I supposed to do? Bring you something edible. Nicoletta. Nico. I give you protection, but I can take it away anywhere, whenever I like. What are the food you are ungrateful for, and your lawyer and drive what will happen to them? I don't know, but neither of us will like it. Nor will Theodora. There's a moment of silence. And Miss Popescu pushes me into the wall of the corridor. As she strides by, I take a moment to recover, rubbing the shoulders she hit. From the corner of my eye, I see Dracula lean at the kitchen door and leer at her back. Then, he's gone. Okay, where do we think Says would be? Let's brush up on billiards. Hit the jackpot. A library. Interesting. I never considered that. Yes. Yes! Pick the right one. Jumpy. I thought it was alone. I thought. Oh, you're done with that man and his sister? Have they calmed down? They're resting. Looks as though she could use a rest herself. There's no shine in her eye, just flat, mad, exhausted. Probably shouldn't ask, but she's probably the only one who'll answer truthfully. So Dracula really heal people? Not really. Just a good job of faking it. If it's fakery, why doesn't any of the caravan come back? There's other deals he can do. They can ask us for favors. He fulfills them. How feudal. Feudal lord in the wrong century. Settling a conversation slouches backing at the shelves. How he and Theodora like it. What were you gossiping about with her and her stupid girlfriend? Says us to be honest, so best to pretend the courtesy. Yes, of course. Of course. She folds her arm over the chest. Someone's got to run people away before they get eaten. Huh. Better press the advantage. Predatory. How? Castle tears people apart. Still just a job to you. You think you'll go home in a few days saying it's the other assignment, same as ever? Evidently is a creepier assignment than usual. Once he's got you in his castle, though, you're like a fly in a web, and he's the spider. And above him are the birds and the cats and the million higher orders of the animal. That's feudalism, too. I try to get people out of the web. When I can't, I try to make being stuck in it painless. Am I in the web? She won't answer. That'll be yes. I walk back to the legal section, look for a shelf to return my book to. Wait. There are other law books, if you're ever interested. She leads me to an opposite corner, a bookcase with a glass front. Everything inside looks unfathomably old and expensive. Some of them are bound and unrecognizable. Strange leathers and chittens. What is this, an occult selection? Surprised? Oh, occult law books. Would you be interested? If I get bored, sure. Might be a bit of fun. I have the key. It's not locked. The door's there to keep the dust out. I reach for the handle, then think better of it. Thank you for showing me. She folds her arms and looks away. Not borrowing any? The work upstairs is urgent. For now, maybe. You'll think that'll change. Or unlucky. I don't know about you, but I'm always unlucky. I try to respond to give her a little wave. Good evening, says. Pass her the book and step aside from the room. That was our chance. We blew it. Breeze licks the lights and the bulbs. Ah, one by one, some fan of fingertips pinch out until the last remaining source of light is a pale emanation through the nearest doorway. Familiar doorway, and I know who's on the other side. Count Chocula. Sure enough, when I appear, I see him. The fuck is this guy? A long-limbed man lounging on the table, lips pursed in an impatient smile. The bathroom ghost. He swings his legs. What was that? He swings his legs over the edge and turns to face me. Kicking his fucking feet. Evening. We're kidding about billiards. Gesturing at the cues, his smile takes on some worth. Ready to play? He's the only thing on the felt were the billiards. If I kept you waiting and could have set the table, I barely know how to do it. Alas, I'm stricken with a tragic touch impairment. Didn't seem like a problem last night. There are brains and nerves inside you for me to stimulate. The table has none of that. However I pose upon it, it will never pay me any mind, to the point he stretches himself out, drawing his trousers tight. I clear my throat. Yes, thank you for the reminder of your hallucination. I'm losing it from stress, and... thirst? Poor drifter lost in the desert, wondering if the oasis is nothing but a mirage. Don't look at him. In the tower, I must have realized someone used to live there and started to imagine who he was, where he went. Now I'm having a conversation with myself to decide how worried I should be that I'll meet a similar fate. Dismembered and stashed in a series of undignified hidey holes. Speaking of which, how do you think to check the mirror if that was your own idea? Cracks got my attention. Why billiards now? I glance into by accident. It's a real... He winks at me. Man's game. I avert my eyes. One last question. Who'd you dream of if you could dream of anyone? That keeps heckling me like this. Let's just play. A question he couldn't answer. At last, he hops on the table, fresh, full energy. Alright, preparing the game. Think hard. What do we do? What do we need? Setting on the mark. You're playing pool. What? That's not how it goes. Oh. Put a stripe in the lower corner and a solid in the other, and an 8-ball in the middle. 8-ball and cue ball are lighter than the rest. Not quite hollow, but definitely not solid. Curious. Since he's had the table, I'll have the first turn. Isn't that convenient for him? Everything's ready, except the second player. I thumb at the cue holder. Don't you need something? But you're right there. Be a Spolatan. If you're a ghost and not a hallucination, you can get your own cue. Levitate it or something. This is his house. I'm just living in it. Living. Poor choice of words. The point remains, everything here is Dracula's. Convenient. No. Inconvenient, beyond your wildest imagination. Yeah, fuck it. Go. Shoots the middle of the wall, trying on balls ricochet, or the game is afoot. He's confident. I'm methodical. Though it's scary, 5 turns in, he's on 3 and I'm on 1. How's the sale proceeding? Pardon? I almost misfire. A ghost taking interest in the literal business of the living? It's a mundane question. Sale paper for Carfax. Why? Just making conversation. Keep steady. I had a job once. Ordinary duties, ordinary concerns, ordinary physiology. Sure, what were you? Someone's muse? A salesman. I knocked on the wrong door. Didn't I ever? What did you sell? This. And that. He puts a cue ball behind his back, fires a trick shot at the 4-ball. Talking boards and planchets, maybe? Ha! Family's black market magic dealer? Not what I call ordinary. There's stock takes, delivery logistics, and taxes like in retail. The product might be unusual, but selling it isn't. If Miss Popescu is anything to go by, all the castle suppliers are a bit off. He might not be your average pleb, but it fits with it. I think if they thought, what does Carfax matter? Someone's dead. Should I be prioritizing paperwork over not dying? He barely glances at the 6-balls he taps in the last 3 inches in the pocket. Do your job, avoiding your death are mutually exclusive. Takes a bit of focus, but I rebound the 11-ball. Explain. The gap is closing. Dracula isn't planning on killing you. He didn't want to kill me either. If he has a usable piece, he prefers to have it in play, which means that while he believes you're his pawn, I'm safe. Fill out the forms, obey as many rules as possible. Be an eager employee and a model house guest. Above all, his cue dabs the cue ball and sends it on a gentle roll. Do not mention me to him. 14 shivers on the edge. but doesn't fail. This is the best opportunity I've had to press him for actual information. Let's see what I've got. The shot ricochets on the top of the table to the other side, though I didn't dare hope it clips the edge of 9 and sits in the middle pocket. 4 to 4. What is there to mention? You haven't so much as introduced yourself. There'll be dozens, hundreds of ghosts in this place like this. Unless there's something special about you, I should know. He fumbles his next move. Not in a position to score, but I know somewhere I can move the cue ball to make things harder for him. Not buying what you're selling, Mr. Ordinary Salesman. He scrambles around the table. Why complicate things? Think of it like a cruising. The mystery is a crucial part of the appeal. I can be another nameless man in a bathroom. Safety. No. You think I've never been cruising? I've never been able to go cruising. Our pace increases. Anonymity could also help keep the past a secret. Name suppression laws, for instance, to prevent the public prying into communal history. The turds come on fast. Don't you? I don't know. Call me blind. 2 of them under one roof? Not likely. This is Romania. An average household has at least 4. What's your real name? What have you been using? Ghost. Ghost is fine. I am one of a kind. Why? He slams the ball from the top left to bottom right. Oh, demanding. I launch the ball off the circus into the air for the briefest moment until it lands in the pocket. Answer the question. We are both at 7 points. It's the cue ball to the middle of the table. The 8th ball is the line with pocket, except reaching will be a stretch. Ghost leans on the edge where I need to stand, and Eva's smile on a perfect face. Make me. Press him. Fine. We play it like that. I shove his shoulders and topple him backwards on the felt. Those earlier interactions set the expectation he'd be solid. I didn't realize he'd move and feel like a regular body, a cold corpse for a moment. After we landed, I went to a panic and I apologized. Then I realized his smile, his white, and his eyes eagerly shimmering. Well, we're going to take the shot. I raise the knee onto the edge of the table, resting it between his. My left arm reaches forward past his head, extending off another leg of the ground. What? I balance my weight between his hands and my hand in his hips. I line the cue up over his chest with my right elbow stuck in the air. Now I just have to concentrate, refuse to be distracted by the surface I'm playing on. Bastard. I win. I go smile cracks through a tuneful laugh. That's a tardy glorious. Congratulations. Dropping the cue on the table, I prop myself with both hands, prepare to move. He sweeps his hands underneath me and up to the clutch side of my face. It's like an Arctic crab latching onto me. He doesn't press hard, but it's not a pleasant sensation. It's important to be selfish here. There's a choice between saving your own skin and someone else's. Pick yours. We'd all do the same. Why am I helping you? His fingers slip free. He puts his hands to my chest and shoves me like I did him. I stumble back off the table, on my feet. He sits up, using only his core strength. Easy for someone who doesn't have to work out. Landing on his toes, he prowls around the floor. Because I'm your only hope. Fear flickers across his face at the prospect. Since I won, this is my moment. I level my cue at him, just like a judgmental point figure. Who are you? Why doesn't Dracula want us talking? I tried to take something of his. He took everything from me in return. Without my missing pieces, I can never rest. But if a certain handsome someone could resemble him, they'd gain a powerful ally. Not just an ordinary salesman, an extraordinary talented salesman. Modest, too. Finish the thought. We have a deal then, body parts in exchange for a phenomenal hauntological power. If Dracula's planning to kill me, it doesn't hurt to have counter-strategy. Sure, what else am I going down here? Bore myself to death? I retract the cue and offer him a hand to shake. Aha, aha, aha. He raises a finger to his lips. Actions speak louder than words. Your prize is over there. Using his cue indicates the pocket the cue ball and 8 ball went into. As for our next date, how about ein klein Nachtmusik? Figuratively, anyway. I'm not a big Mozart fan. Find us a piano and a decent tune to play. Let's try to do that. You speak German, yeah? Yeah. Particular piece I like. Auf einen toten Nacker hat mich the wind away gebracht. Holy shit. Am I German? His voice resonates as though the mess of the old carpets and leisure furniture is a proper concert hall. You can figure it out. I most certainly cannot. I'll try. With that, our night is over. Clear the table. I'm my own man. So are you. What do you actually say? La Rivederci. Every light fixture ignites like a star, a blind flare. When it dims, he's gone. I circle around the table to the pocket he indicated. Ooh, mysterious cue ball and 8 ball. Each has a fine crack. Like a boiled egg, I dig my nails in and try to rip them further apart, but the resin's too thick. Something else that's pale, lightweight, mushy substance. Just what are they made of? He did mention they were lighter at the beginning. I do some legal work for a while to make sure I don't fall behind. Midway through the evening, dinner is delivered by Miss Popescu. Moussaka! Woo! Greek! With additional vegetables on the side. It's perfect, moist yet firm. Later, the plate is exchanged for a chamomile tea and a shockingly dry square of milfich. I pick at them as I go, carefully keeping the vessels across the tabletop of contracts. Real challenge is making sure I don't drink the ink well. I test their weight again and contemplate what they might be made of. The crack still isn't widen. I could drop on the staircase. There are, 50 more steps? Anything that falls, the whole flight would break. Doesn't sound like Dracula's party's anywhere near this part of the castle, so I'm not likely to get caught. Oh, why not? Let's try the chair. What the fuck? Caught myself. I pushed them over the edge. They roll easily and loudly. Now it's time to review around the corner, actually. I can hear them descending on the spiral. I follow down. They lie in the corridor below. The cracks have turned into splits. Resin shells hatch to reveal what's inside. Oh, a pupil stares at me from inside the cue ball. That would mean it's a pair of eyes. I close the shells back around them, putting them in my pockets, out of sight but not out of mind. It makes my skin crawl, thinks of what's been done to him. Over and over asking why. How does this benefit anyone? What kind of anger drives him? I linger in the hall longer than I thought, just so I head upstairs. Ah! What was that? It sounded like Englishman's sister. Dracula's performing his faith healer ritual then? Holy shit. Oh boy. Building full of people, no one coming to help, they take your pain. I've got to help regardless of any half-remembered directive from Dracula or any half-remembered warning from Theodora. I begin to run. The intervals between the screams grow shorter, but the screams grow weaker. It's hard to tell where I turn. Where is she? Where? Not the guest room, not the parlor, not any of the dozens of doors I passed, some kind of preliminary miss, but if there were, why wouldn't there any have happened earlier? Think, Renfield, think, shh! Ah, no, it's not reading it right. Ah, I don't have to think, I can hear. Terribly close to the horse. Horse? The halls? Despite Dracula's claim he held the party, there are just 4 people in the room. The 5th is already dead. He stands in the middle of a cluster. The girl's body slumped in his arms. The brides flank him, clutching his shoulder or thigh each. Hold on. He stands in the middle of the cluster. The girl's body slumped in his arms. The brides flank him, clutching his shoulder or a thigh each. Theodora remains concentrated on her meal. Says adjusts her shoulder to hide behind it. Ileana spits as she makes eye contact. All of them are biting the girl. Dracula, her jugular. Theodora says her wrist. Ileana is torn through the thick veins in her leg. They see me and stare, but none of them can wrest themselves from their play. Even Dracula, proud and regal, lets his composure lose out of thirst. I'm locked in place too. Oh my god. From fear. There's too much wrong in this building to be wholly surprised, but knowing there's a wolf in woods doesn't prepare you to face it. Rather than let this awful moment continue, open my stupid mouth. That's a stupid question I've ever thought of. Is she okay? Like a dog caught in the chicken for the coop, Dracula blinks slowly, his pupils focusing, his jaws unclamping from her neck. His goatee is dyed solid red with her blood. There's a moment of wordless trembling before his mouth is able to form some words. Renfield, pet. No. She's dead. Then I find a way to make it worse. Why? Because the house has needs, and a master must provide. Releasing his grip on her torso, he drops her into the bride's arms, where they're able to bite and gnaw even more ferociously. Compared to them, his animalism is restrained. They have focus and shame and spite, but nothing else. No instinct to drop before no instinct to stop before the well runs dry. He realizes won't have my attention while the body and the brides are in view. Rather than step around, then he dissipates into pitch black smoke and surges through the group coalescing in front of me. Oh, zoink scoop. For a moment he reforms his eyes, awful hollow as features contort. He extends a hand to me. Not to worry, your fate will be different. Uh-oh. What the fuck is this? We hope you enjoyed this taste of Draculesti. Thank you for playing. Oh. That's the end. Very letterish. Okay, it's not as doesn't seem as scary as I thought it'd be. It's very creepy. It has that weird ambiance, but I think when it comes out, I think I will get it. Yeah, stay tuned. Leave a comment if you like it. If you want to see me play it, just leave a comment. Let me know. Like and subscribe. Subscribe means a lot. I got a new subscriber. I think it was 6, and I'm very happy for it. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate you liking the Five Nights at Freddy's series. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but another video should be coming in the next 2 days. So, yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a like if you like the video, and comment whatever you want. If you want to see me play something, let me know. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.